Understanding the aging leg, why it weakens and what you can do about it. Before diving into specific nutrients, it's essential to understand the physiological changes that occur in the lower limbs as we age. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, begins in our 30s and accelerates with each passing decade. By the time we reach our 70s, we may have lost up to 50% of our muscle strength if we are not proactive. This chapter explores the biological mechanisms of sarcopenia, the role of type 2 muscle fiber atrophy, changes in neuromuscular junctions, the impact of hormonal shifts, testosterone, estrogen, growth hormone, how sedentary lifestyles exacerbate decline, the importance of resistance training and proprioceptive exercises, why leg strength declines with age. Sarcopenia doesn't occur overnight, it creeps in slowly, often unnoticed, until one day you struggle to rise from a chair or feel shaky while climbing stairs. The primary reason lies in a progressive loss of fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are essential for sudden bursts of strength and coordination, exactly what's needed to avoid a fall or regain balance. Compounding this is the gradual deterioration of neuromuscular connections, which decreases muscle responsiveness. The nerves controlling leg movements become less efficient at transmitting signals, leading to slower reaction times and impaired motor control. Hormonal influences on muscle health. As we age, levels of anabolic hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone decline. These hormones are central to maintaining muscle protein synthesis and promoting regeneration after physical activity. Without their support, even a mild deficiency in activity or nutrition can rapidly accelerate muscle atrophy. The sedentary spiral. One of the most overlooked contributors to lower limb weakness is prolonged sedentary behavior. The less we move, the fewer signals our muscles receive to maintain strength. This sets off a negative feedback loop. Weakness leads to inactivity, which causes further weakness. Interventions that work. The good news is that sarcopenia is not a one-way street. Interventions such as progressive resistance training, weight-bearing exercises, balance and proprioception drills have all been shown in studies to significantly reverse muscle loss, enhance stability, and lower fall risk, especially when combined with targeted nutritional support. Case study. Mrs. E. Mrs. E, a 74-year-old retired schoolteacher, came to my clinic after a minor fall while reaching into her cupboard. Her bone scan showed early osteopenia, and her blood work revealed vitamin D and magnesium deficiencies. Within 3 months of guided supplementation, physical therapy, and strength training, her balance and confidence noticeably improved. She now walks 45 minutes daily and no longer fears walking alone outside. Key takeaways. Muscle weakness is not just an effect of aging, it's often a sign of neglectable causes like inactivity, nutrient deficiencies, and hormone imbalance. Early intervention can prevent irreversible decline. A combination of nutrition, movement, and monitoring is the key to sustainable leg strength. Magnesium, the unsung hero of muscle relaxation and strength. Magnesium is not merely a mineral, it is a master regulator of muscular and nervous system function. Often overshadowed by calcium in bone discussions, magnesium plays a pivotal role in muscle contraction, relaxation, and preventing painful cramps. Physiological role. Regulates calcium influx into muscle cells, essential for proper contraction and relaxation. Influences ATP production in mitochondria, powering every movement. Reduces systemic inflammation, supporting muscle recovery. Enhances sleep quality, during which muscle repair and hormone release, like growth hormone, occur. Without sufficient magnesium, muscles may remain partially contracted, leading to cramps, spasms, and restless legs, all common complaints in older adults. Deficiency risk factors in seniors. Use of diuretics, proton pump inhibitors (PPIs). Gastrointestinal conditions, e.g. Crohn's, IBS, that impair absorption. Low dietary intake due to poor appetite. Dentition issues, or dietary restrictions. Clinical studies show that over 80% of older adults are magnesium deficient. Case study. Mr. D's restless legs. Mr. D, a 69-year-old man, came to my clinic complaining of frequent nighttime leg cramps and jumpy legs that kept him awake. His magnesium levels were low normal. But his symptoms were classic. After 2 weeks of taking magnesium glycinate at night and increasing dietary intake through nuts and leafy greens, his cramps subsided and his sleep quality improved dramatically. Practical intake recommendations. RDA for older adults. 320 mg per day for women. 420 mg per day for men. Best food sources: pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, whole grains. Supplementation advice: magnesium glycinate, gentle on digestion, calming effects. Magnesium citrate, good absorption, may aid bowel regularity. Start with a lower dose, approximately 100 mg, and gradually increase to avoid gastrointestinal discomfort. Synergy with other nutrients. Activates vitamin D, essential for calcium absorption and bone health. Works alongside calcium in the contraction-relaxation cycle of muscles. Helps regulate blood sugar, which is crucial in diabetic neuropathy affecting the legs. Additional benefits in seniors. Reduces chronic inflammation that impairs muscle function. May improve bone density indirectly via hormonal and nutrient interactions. Enhances nerve conduction, reducing feelings of numbness or tingling. Key takeaway: magnesium is not just for sleep or stress relief, it is a cornerstone of muscular health. Especially in the legs, its deficiency is widespread yet easily correctable. When addressed, it restores not just mobility, but comfort and confidence in daily movement. Vitamin C, collagen builder, antioxidant guardian, and circulatory ally. When we think of vitamin C, the image that often comes to mind is its immune-boosting effect: orange juice on a cold day or a chewable supplement to stave off illness. Yet few realize that this humble vitamin plays a central role in the integrity and strength of our connective tissue, especially in the muscles and joints that support our legs. Physiological role. Vitamin C is vital for the synthesis of collagen, the most abundant protein in our bodies. Collagen forms the framework of ligaments, tendons, and even the fascia enveloping our muscles. Without sufficient vitamin C, these structures become fragile and less resilient, increasing the risk of strains, tears, and chronic instability. In addition to supporting structural tissues, vitamin C acts as a potent antioxidant. As we age, oxidative stress, caused by unstable molecules known as free radicals, damages muscle cells, impairs recovery, and contributes to inflammation. Vitamin C neutralizes these radicals and protects tissues, enabling stronger, healthier muscles. Clinical correlations. In my practice, patients with slow-healing injuries, especially in the lower limbs, often show suboptimal vitamin C intake. One particularly illuminating case involved Mr. R, a 68-year-old avid walker who suffered recurring ankle pain. Blood tests showed low vitamin C levels and mild iron deficiency anemia. After introducing vitamin C supplementation, combined with dietary changes, his discomfort resolved, and his walking endurance improved significantly. Synergistic effects. Vitamin C enhances iron absorption, which is essential for delivering oxygen to muscles via hemoglobin. This is especially relevant for seniors who often have borderline iron levels. More oxygen means more stamina, better muscle function, and reduced fatigue during everyday activities like climbing stairs. Moreover, vitamin C supports endothelial function, improving blood flow to peripheral tissues like the legs and feet. Good circulation is crucial for preventing cold extremities, muscle cramping, and delayed healing in elderly individuals. Recommended intake and sources. RDA, 75 mg per day for women, 90 mg per day for men. Smokers, plus 35 mg per day. Top food sources: bell peppers, kiwi, strawberries, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, citrus fruits. Supplementation tips. Buffered forms of vitamin C are combined with bioflavonoids, enhance absorption and reduce gastric irritation. Practical tip. Since vitamin C is water-soluble, the body does not store it for long. Regular, daily intake, through both food and supplementation, is necessary for consistent tissue support and antioxidant protection. Taking it with meals enhances iron absorption and reduces gastrointestinal discomfort. Key takeaway. Vitamin C isn't just for colds. It is essential for leg stability, injury repair, iron uptake, and overall vascular health. For aging adults aiming to walk with confidence and strength, this vitamin must not be overlooked. Vitamin B12 nerve health, energy, and balance preservation. Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, is essential to nerve integrity, cognitive function, and red blood cell production. In the context of leg strength and balance, its role is even more vital. B12 deficiency can directly impair walking, coordination, and energy production at the cellular level. Physiological role: maintains the myelin sheath, the protective covering around nerves. Without myelin, nerve signals are disrupted, causing numbness, tingling, and poor coordination. Supports production of adenylcobalamin, a coenzyme needed for mitochondrial energy metabolism, critical for red blood cell formation, which ensures oxygen delivery to working leg muscles. Deficiency in older adults. The risk of B12 deficiency rises significantly after age 50, due to reduced stomach acid, which impairs B12 absorption from food. Long-term use of antacids, metformin, or proton pump inhibitors. Vegetarian, vegan diets that lack animal-based sources. Gastrointestinal surgeries or atrophic gastritis. Case study: Mr. L's heavy legs. Mr. L, 76, reported that his legs felt like lead, even after light walking. He was also experiencing balance issues and tingling in his feet. A blood test revealed severe B12 deficiency, 130 pg per milliliter. After 2 months of methylcobalamin supplementation via sublingual tablets, his symptoms significantly improved, and he regained confidence in walking unassisted. Signs of B12 deficiency: numbness or tingling in feet or hands, poor balance or frequent stumbling, fatigue and muscle weakness, difficulty walking or unsteady gait, brain fog or cognitive changes. Recommended intake and forms: RDA 2.4 mcg per day, but older adults often need 500-1.000 mcg via supplements. Best supplement forms: methylcobalamin, biologically active, ideal for absorption issues. Sublingual tablets or liquid, bypass the GI tract, more effective for seniors. Dietary sources: meat, fish, eggs, dairy, fortified plant-based milk or cereals. Neurological and muscular impacts: without enough B12, nerve signals from brain to leg muscles are disrupted, leading to imbalance. Peripheral neuropathy may develop, starting in the feet and moving upward. Muscle fatigue occurs due to poor oxygenation and mitochondrial energy failure. Important note on diagnosis: B12 deficiency is often misdiagnosed as just getting old or early dementia. If you or a loved one experiences unusual leg weakness, unsteadiness, or strange sensations, request a B12 blood test. Key takeaway: vitamin B12 is not just about energy, it's about maintaining the neural highway between your brain and your legs. Deficiency can silently rob you of your balance, confidence, and freedom of movement, but it's highly correctable with proper testing and treatment. Coenzyme Q10: mitochondrial power and muscle longevity. If you've ever wondered why your energy levels decline with age, even when you're eating well and staying active, the answer may lie deep within your cells. Coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10, is not a traditional vitamin but a vitamin-like compound that plays a vital role in energy production, especially in muscle tissue like the legs. Physiological role: CoQ10 is central to the electron transport chain inside mitochondria, our cellular powerhouses. It helps convert nutrients into ATP, the main energy source for every movement. Acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting cells from oxidative damage and aging. With aging, natural CoQ10 levels decline. By age 65, production may drop by 50%. This loss contributes to muscle fatigue, slower recovery, and reduced strength. Impact of medications: statins, a common cholesterol medication, further deplete CoQ10. Many seniors taking statins report muscle weakness or pain, symptoms often mistaken for aging when in fact they may stem from this nutrient deficiency. Clinical example: Mrs. T. Mrs. T, age 72, struggled with heavy, tired legs and frequent muscle soreness. She had been on statins for over 5 years. After testing and medical review, we introduced ubiquinol form CoQ10 at 200 mg per day. Within 6 weeks, her stamina improved, and her walking speed increased by 15%. Therapeutic benefits of CoQ10. Enhances oxygen utilization in muscles. Increases mitochondrial efficiency for sustained strength. Reduces leg cramps and post-activity soreness. Slows sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Recommended dosage and form. Dosage: 100 to 300 mg per day for therapeutic effects. Preferred form: ubiquinol, the active, absorbable form. Ideal for adults over 60. Ubiquinone, cheaper but less efficiently utilized. Tip: take with a fat-containing meal for optimal absorption. It's fat-soluble. Dietary sources: limited. Organ meats: heart, liver, fatty fish, sardines, mackerel, spinach and broccoli. However, food sources provide only small amounts. Supplementation is often necessary. Synergy with other nutrients. CoQ10 works best alongside. Magnesium supports muscle function. Vitamin B12 aids energy metabolism. Antioxidants protect mitochondria. Key takeaway: CoQ10 isn't just for the heart, it's a crucial nutrient for strong, enduring muscles, especially in the legs. For aging adults facing fatigue, cramps, or reduced mobility, CoQ10 may be the missing link to reclaiming vitality and freedom of movement. Vitamin K, bone integrity and calcium management for lower limb support. Vitamin K often flies under the radar in conversations about bone health. Overshadowed by the more popular calcium and vitamin D, yet without sufficient vitamin K these other nutrients cannot perform their duties effectively. In the context of aging and lower limb strength, vitamin K plays a central role in maintaining bone integrity, supporting joint health, and ensuring that calcium is directed to the right places, your bones, not your arteries. Physiological role: vitamin K activates key proteins. Osteocalcin helps bind calcium to bone matrix. Without K, osteocalcin remains inactive, and bones become weaker. Matrix GLA protein, MGP, prevents calcium from accumulating in blood vessels and soft tissues, protecting against vascular calcification. 2 forms of vitamin K. Vitamin K1, phylloquinone, found in leafy greens like kale and spinach. Supports blood clotting and to some extent, bone health. Vitamin K2, menaquinone, found in fermented foods and animal products. More bioavailable and better for bone and arterial health. Case study: Mr. B's brittle bones. Mr. B, 70, had suffered multiple low-impact fractures despite taking calcium and vitamin D. Upon reviewing his diet, we found minimal intake of K2. After starting a daily MK7 supplement, K2 form, plus dietary additions like natto and hard cheeses, his bone markers improved and no further fractures occurred over the next 2 years. Synergy with other nutrients. Vitamin D improves calcium absorption. Vitamin K ensures that calcium is deposited into bones, not arteries. Without K, vitamin D and calcium may lead to inappropriate calcification. Recommended intake and sources. RDA, approximately 90 mcg per day for women, 120 mcg per day for men. For K2, MK7, 100–200 mcg per day for therapeutic use. Food sources. K1, kale, spinach, broccoli. K2, natto, fermented soy, aged cheeses, egg yolks, chicken liver. Caution for those on blood thinners. People on warfarin, Coumadin, must maintain a consistent intake of vitamin K. Any supplementation must be done under medical supervision. Impact on leg health. Reduces risk of hip and leg fractures by improving bone mineral density. Prevents calcification in leg arteries. Improving blood flow and nutrient delivery. Supports joint stability by nourishing surrounding ligaments and tendons. Key takeaway: vitamin K is a quiet yet powerful nutrient. It ensures strong bones, flexible arteries, and proper calcium placement, all of which contribute to stable, powerful legs. For aging adults focused on fall prevention and mobility, vitamin K should be a regular part of the nutritional toolkit. Calcium, structural support and muscle function in every step. No discussion of leg strength and mobility in aging adults would be complete without addressing calcium, the cornerstone of skeletal health. While this mineral is widely known for preventing osteoporosis, many underestimate its critical involvement in muscle contraction and neuromuscular signaling. For older adults, calcium is both structural and functional. It builds the bones that support our legs and powers the muscles that move them. Physiological role: 99% of calcium is stored in bones and teeth. The remaining 1% circulates in blood and tissues, where it regulates muscle contraction, nerve impulse transmission, blood clotting, hormone secretion. In muscles, calcium triggers the interaction between actin and myosin, the proteins that make movement possible. A deficiency disrupts this process, resulting in weakness, cramps, and coordination issues, especially dangerous in aging adults. Calcium and aging bones. With age, bone remodeling slows, favoring breakdown over formation, especially in postmenopausal women. This leads to osteopenia and osteoporosis, particularly in weight-bearing bones like the femur and tibia, which are crucial for walking in balance. Case study: Mrs. F's fragile foundation. Mrs. F, age 68, had experienced 2 minor fractures in the last year. Despite taking vitamin D, her bone density scan revealed osteoporosis. We discovered she was only getting approximately 400 milligrams of calcium daily. After adjusting her diet and introducing 600 milligrams calcium twice daily, along with resistance exercises, she improved strength, and her next scan showed stabilization of bone density. Recommended intake and best sources: RDA 1.200 milligrams per day for women over 50 and men over 70. 1.000 milligrams per day for others over 50. Top food sources: dairy, milk, yogurt, cheese, non-dairy, fortified plant milks, tofu with calcium sulfate, canned salmon, sardines, with bones, bok choy, kale. Absorption factors: absorption is best in smaller doses, max approximately 500 milligrams at a time. Requires vitamin D for proper uptake. Can be hindered by excess caffeine, sodium, alcohol, low magnesium, sedentary lifestyle. Supplement tips: calcium carbonate, higher elemental calcium, take with food. Calcium citrate, better for people with low stomach acid, can take without food. Combine with D3, 800-1.000 IU, for maximum effect. Muscle implications: in addition to supporting bones, calcium ensures proper muscle fiber function. Deficiency can cause nocturnal leg cramps, poor posture and gait, muscle twitching and spasms. These symptoms can mimic other neurological issues and are frequently misattributed to normal aging. Key takeaway: calcium is far more than a bone vitamin. It is essential for the synchronized contraction and relaxation of leg muscles, and it underpins skeletal resilience. For aging adults, consistent calcium intake, combined with DK and magnesium, is a non-negotiable step toward safer movement and fall prevention. Vitamin D, the master regulator of muscle, bone, and balance. Among all nutrients essential to musculoskeletal health, vitamin D stands apart in both influence and breadth of impact. Though often referred to as a vitamin, vitamin D functions more accurately as a hormone, one that orchestrates numerous physiological processes ranging from calcium absorption to muscle fiber development and neuromuscular coordination. Physiological role: facilitates absorption of calcium and phosphorus in the gut, vital for bone mineralization. Regulates muscle protein synthesis via vitamin D receptors, VDRs, located in skeletal muscle. Enhances neuromuscular control, improving balance and coordination. Reduces systemic inflammation and oxidative stress, critical for recovery and cellular health. Widespread deficiency in seniors. An estimated 70% of adults over 65 are deficient in vitamin D. This stems from less time outdoors or inadequate sun exposure, decreased ability of aging skin to synthesize vitamin D, use of sunscreen or living in northern latitudes, low dietary intake of D-rich foods. At age 70, the skin produces 75% less vitamin D than it did at age 20, even with the same sun exposure. Clinical insight: Mr. S's comeback. Mr. S, a 79-year-old former athlete, experienced slow gait, frequent tripping, and balance loss. Blood test showed vitamin D at 14 nanograms per milliliter, deficient. After supplementing 2.000 IUD3 daily and introducing resistance training, his walking speed improved by 20% and his fall risk dropped notably within 3 months. Impact on muscle strength and falls. Stimulates development of type 2 muscle fibers, responsible for fast reaction time. Improves muscle power and postural control. Clinical studies show fall risk reduction up to 23% in deficient older adults when vitamin D is optimized. Interactions with other nutrients. Calcium. D increases calcium absorption efficiency. Vitamin K2 helps direct absorbed calcium into bones instead of arteries. Magnesium supports conversion of D into its active form and helps bind D to its receptor. Best sources and supplementation. Sunlight. 10 to 30 minutes of midday sun on skin several times a week. Foods. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, egg yolks, cod liver oil, fortified milk or cereals. Supplements. D3, cholecalciferol, preferred over D2. Dosage. 800-2.000 IU per day for most older adults. Take with a fat-containing meal for best absorption. Testing and target levels. Test. 25 hydroxyvitamin D, 25 OD. Ideal levels. 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter equals optimal. Below 20 nanograms per milliliter equals deficient. Above 100 nanograms per milliliter equals risk of toxicity. Key takeaway. Vitamin D is not simply a bone vitamin, it is a multi-system regulator that empowers muscle strength, stabilizes balance, improves cognition, and prevents falls. For aging adults looking to maintain strong legs and independent mobility, it is arguably the most important nutrient to get right. As we reflect on the wealth of science, clinical insight, and practical advice presented throughout this guide, a compelling truth becomes evident. Leg strength in aging adults is not a matter of fate, but a matter of focus. With age, our bodies undergo changes, some inevitable, others modifiable. Sarcopenia, reduced bone density, slower nerve conduction, and nutrient deficiencies are real concerns. But they are also addressable with knowledge, action, and consistency. We began this journey by understanding the biology of leg weakness, how muscle loss accelerates after age 60 and how falls become more than mere accidents. They often signal a tipping point in independence. From there, we dissected the essential nutrients that make up the foundation of musculoskeletal health. Magnesium, the mineral of relaxation, plays a critical role in preventing cramps, supporting sleep, and enabling proper calcium regulation. Vitamin C, far more than an immune booster, is the architect of collagen, reinforcing tendons and ligaments and helping the body absorb iron for oxygen transport. Vitamin B12 emerged as the guardian of our nerves, often deficient in older adults, silently disrupting balance, energy, and coordination until properly restored. We turned to CoQ10, the mitochondrial fuel that sustains every step we take. Its decline with age and further depletion by statin medications makes supplementation an essential consideration for many seniors. We explored vitamin K, especially the K2 form, as the guiding force ensuring calcium is deposited in the bones rather than in arteries, a critical distinction for preserving both skeletal and cardiovascular health. Next came calcium, the mineral we often take for granted. Its function in building bone and enabling muscle contraction remains non-negotiable. But it only works effectively in the presence of vitamin D, which brings us to vitamin D, the master regulator, the nutrient that amplifies the effectiveness of every other intervention we've discussed. Its deficiency is an epidemic in older adults. Yet correction brings rapid improvements in strength, coordination, and fall resistance. But vitamins alone are not the solution. We emphasized movement, especially resistance training, balance work, and daily walking, as an irreplaceable component of leg health. Nutrition without motion is incomplete. Muscles require stimulus, and bones require load-bearing activity to maintain density. Likewise, recovery through quality sleep, social engagement, and an emotionally supportive environment enhances the benefits of physical and nutritional interventions. In clinical practice, I've witnessed remarkable turnarounds when patients address just a few of these areas. A woman who suffered from nightly leg cramps resolved her discomfort with a combination of magnesium and hydration. A man on statins regained stamina with CoQ10 and vitamin D. Another patient, once unsteady and fearful of falling, rebuilt his confidence through balance training and B12 supplementation. What unites these stories is not a miracle cure, but a coordinated plan. This guide was never about quick fixes, but rather building a sustainable, evidence-based framework to support the foundation, your legs, that carries you through life. The journey toward stronger legs is also a journey toward reclaimed independence. It means walking to the store without fear, playing with grandchildren without exhaustion, and traveling with the joy of mobility. It's about dignity, vitality, and the ability to live life on your terms. To summarize, address your nutrient intake, prioritize magnesium, vitamin C, B12, CoQ10, vitamin K, calcium, and vitamin D. Test and track. Don't assume, verify with blood tests, dietary assessments, and professional guidance. Move intentionally. Include strength, balance, and mobility work each week. Sleep and recover. Let your body rebuild each night. Stay connected. Social and emotional health influence physical outcomes. Above all, remember this: it's never too late to begin. Whether you're 55 or 85, the body responds to care, movement, and nourishment. Each small decision adds up. Each vitamin you take, each meal you improve, each step you walk. These are not just acts of health, but of reclaiming agency over aging. This comprehensive strategy is your blueprint. The knowledge is now yours. The power lies with you. Choose to strengthen your legs. Choose to strengthen your life.